Today is the day, everybody. I know you've been waiting for it. I've been waiting for it. Data Bullet Surprise Set is finally here. This was actually supposed to come out in December, so it's 4 months delayed, and we finally have it. If you don't remember what this was, Data Bullet had an extra booster, and then there was this surprise set that was supposed to come out. It's actually pretty cool looking, this box. Really, really small. A lot smaller than I thought it would be. And inside of this is actually a deck case, 60 sleeves, and a PR card. And I actually had to take my RWBY supply set out just to see here. So again, RWBY has a deck box, booster packs, sleeves, and there's a promo card wedged in between this deck box and that. And I was like, does this actually fit? And I was like, yeah, it actually does. So I was measuring it up from the outside, and yeah, it's actually the same dimension. See, like I could put this on here. There's a deck box. So I'm kind of interested in what's actually inside of this. What we're gonna do is we're gonna open this up. We're gonna figure out how they put this all in here, because I was really afraid about the PR card being in there. Maybe they shoved it inside the deck box. And then we're gonna see, is this actually worth buying or not at this stage? 4 months delayed. We see the tournaments, right? It's a whole lot of Mishoku, Slime, Bang Dream, and not a whole lot of Data Live or Data Bullets. So we're gonna just check this out. Actually, topping A, right? We don't know who all participated and what decks they used. Like, we don't have that data, but at the very least, we know the ones that are winning is not Data Live. That is not happening. So again, this box actually looks really, really nice. I think it's really cool. It shocked me. I cannot describe to you when I opened up my packaging and I saw this tiny little box greeting me. Okay, we never really did know why this is delayed. My guess, again, as you saw from my past video, my sister opened up this Data Live extra booster and got the special PR card that was supposed to be in this thing. That was in the extra booster, which it should not have been. So more than likely, my guess was always that there was PR cards, shiny PR cards that should have... Alright, I'm going to real struggle with this. There should have been those PR... Oh man. Okay. The PR card that should have been in here was not, and that's why we had this delay. Ooh, look at the deck box. So again, my guess was the card was inside of here, which empty box now. So yep, definitely inside of here. And I believe it pops up. Actually, let's just look. Look at Kurumi. Oh man, this is actually pretty cool looking. And then we have this Climax card that was used on the back here, and then Data Bullet. So nothing else on this box. And this should be Velcro. Yes, sir. Ooh, and then we got our trial deck styrofoam that is no longer. And then we got the sleeve. Ah, Kurumi. Man, I like that. I love Kurumi. She's the best, isn't she? And so 60 sleeves and our PR card. Oh, and there's a deck separator. If you wanted to use a deck separator, it's inside of here. Well, let's see. And here's this card. Hopefully my sister's watching this. This looks familiar, right? She's always still upset about that a little bit, because if that replaced her SP or SP or something fancy like an OFR, that would really mess her up. But what we have here is our Derived Answer Kurumi in all her shiny glory. I think I love this. I have multiple of this set. So now that we've done that, this was a really quick opening. Is it worth it? You know, this wouldn't be a video of mine without doing a PowerPoint presentation. And what we got going on here is we got RWBY. The real reason why I use the supply set is actually to compare the value from the supply set from RWBY to the supply set of Data Bullet. And you can see right away that the supply set for RWBY is $48. It says 46, but shipping and handling, it's $48. With the surprise set, $22.99. And next we're going to see the deck box, which is on here. RWBY deck box is currently $14. That is with shipping. I know, again, I hate when people do that. Or TCG Player. I really wish they would add the shipping right there. So $14 is what we have for the deck box. Surprise set right now, deck box is $10. I say right now because this could go either way. That could either be good value for it, $10, or people are going to undercut that thing and drop that way lower. Next up, we got the set sleeves, and on the right with RWBY, 11 listings, $7, which it actually is a little bit higher. And overall, market price $13.03. With the surprise set, it is $17.99, pretty pricey. You know, just with these prices alone, $17.99, $9.99. If you could sell it for that, definitely you're in the money, because right now this thing is $22.99. I say in the money as in, you know, from a person buying it at $22.99. I don't know how much stores actually buy this stuff for, but definitely anybody that pre-ordered it when they were doing those 30s to $40, which I really hated, because there was no actual announced date because it kept getting pushed back. I really hated that. Yeah, they definitely made money. Remember, with the supply set with RWBY, what the difference is between these two is the booster packs. Booster packs inside of RWBY, there is none inside of the surprise set, and that's where a lot of the difference comes in. Another part of the difference is the PRs. So when we think about the PRs inside the surprise set for Data Bullet, what you're going to notice is they have the exact same picture. One is foil, which comes from the surprise set, and one is not, which was a shop promo card from, you know, your local game store, right? So your LGS had these, they gave them away. And as you can see here, 115 is what is showing on TCG Player. I didn't check on the shipping on that one. I'm going to assume maybe there's like $1 or 70 some cents, so maybe this thing is $2, but you can see the difference. So up above, we have that. By the way, if you're wondering why the text is in Japanese, it is because the Weiss Schwarz website does not actually show the promo from the LGS. It's like a messed up image. And then on TCG Player, it was also missing as well. So I pulled the one off Yuyute for the JP version just to show that this is the exact same image. It does look a little more zoomed in on the PR card, though. I don't know if that's actually a thing with the shop promos. I don't have one. So there you go. It could be slightly different, but overall you can see the card art basically match. What the huge difference between RWBY and Data Bullet, as you can notice down below, the promos came from the booster box, the one with the faces that are like 114 and the $1. They come from the booster boxes. The one from the supply set, geez, this is going to confuse the heck out of me. The supply and surprise. So the supply set for RWBY, they had alternate art and were foiled, where the booster box was not foiled. And I know people like one or the other. I mean, some of them, I don't know. I like the face. I like the RWBY face one. That one looks really cool to me. So as you can see here, the main difference between the two then is alternate art and the fact that there is actually 4 promos, right? Like one for each girl, where Kurumi, it's just the one. So let's walk through. Is this actually worth it? And I'm going to go best case scenario. We're going to look at RWBY on the right first, and we have the cost of the supply set at $48. There was 5 booster packs in there, so I priced it out to be $15. I looked at a normal booster box and divided it out, and that's what I got. So $3 each. Sleeves, $11. Deck box, $14. And promo, I used the lowest one, which was Blake. So as you can see, for whatever reason, I don't know if they printed a lot of Blake or people just don't like her as much, but Blake was 13 listings, where you can see the other girls 6, 7, and 7, and they're in the 20. So what I put down there was $15 for the promo, and what that comes out to be is $55. Let's say best case scenario is you would take it and sell it for that price, which again, I don't believe. That's why I wrote best case scenario, because that would mean you'd be profiting every time $55 when you could have bought it at $48. So Data Bullet, what do we got here? Cost $22.99. Again, no boosters. Major drawback of this actual surprise set is there are no boosters. That is going to, for me, hurt the long-term pricing of this product. Sleeves, I use what we have over there from RWBY, so $11 and $14, right? Because their sleeves, I think they look as equally cool. Maybe the RWBY one looks a little bit better, but just because it has a different kind of art on it. Let's see right there, new friends. Uh, it's popping. It's nice. I know that's what my niece said, right? So Kurumi is the same art as it. Basically, it's the same art as on the card for the shop one, and then also the surprise set. So not really much variation there. I wish that would have been a little bit different. So best case scenario, $25. I did not put a dollar amount down there for promo. You could do that, but right away you could see at $25, if you could sell it, you're still in profit. Again, if you bought this at $22.99, I know you're gonna be losing out on shipping and fees and all that stuff, but in the end, like raw number wise, you're in the money. But obviously anybody could run this calculation and be like, yeah, okay, that's I can make money, so let's just do it. What I'm gonna say is this is the not so good version. What we got here is RWBY on the right, costs $48, 5 boosters, no change. Sleeves, let's say I cut these in half, basically. I know 11 divided by 2 is $5.50. I just dropped the cents off, so we got $5 for sleeve. Deck box, $7. Promo, I left at the Blake number with 15, and we got $42. So you are under there. At that point, for me, if it was me looking to buy this thing, I probably would just buy the supply set at that point because I cut those numbers in half, but realistically, you might be break even. So even at $48, it's probably worth it to just buy the supply set as it is. Because again, inside of those boosters, they're not touched or anything like that. If you actually had to buy booster packs out there, they're slightly more. They cost $4. With Data Bullet, no boosters, sleeves cut in half, again, $5, deck box $7, we're at $12. Promo, I am not going to use the $15, and I hope you understand the reason why. You know, thinking about what I just showed you, why would I not use $15 as the promo price? The answer really is because of this. What you see on the screen. What we have here again is 4 girls. So when you open the supply set for RWBY, you had a 1 in 4 chance, theoretically, of actually getting these girls, right? Where inside of the surprise set, you only have 1 shot, and it's 100% chance you are getting the Derived Answer Kurumi. There is something to be said about having the same art as well. Having the same art is definitely going to take away from the demand of this, where at least with the RWBY one there was some more demand because you know you have the booster promo and then you have also the alternate art from the supply set. Surprise set could have been different. It should have been different, right? The sleeve image could have been different. The shiny card could have been different. I wish they would have put a little more effort into that. And one other thing I want to show you is this Mushoku Tensei one. So Mushoku Tensei tournament PR packs. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. Every release now is going to have a tournament PR pack to support local game stores, which is pretty cool. What happened here is I wanted you to take a look at the bottom right, which is Rudy's Gray Rat. So the booster box promo is $8.88. The foil version is $2.54, and yeah, that's pretty brutal. So I'm not saying this is going to happen with the surprise set, but I would imagine because of the same art, obviously it's going to cannibalize sales of the other one, which is what is happening right here, right? So people more than likely want the foil version. It's more in demand, and at the same time, people are trying to undercut this because they have so many of them. I don't know how much. The big variable here is how many of these surprise sets are actually out there. How many of these promos are going to show up? Are people going to be even opening it to sell the individual card? I guess if you can actually sell that for $30-something, then yeah, then someone's going to open them all day. But I don't know. And just so you know, these are the numbers from TCG Player of the supply, right? So You can see right here, I didn't add them all up, but you got 19, 28, 24. Some big numbers already coming out there on there, even though there was some that was pre-sold. There is still a fair amount of these. And again, being that there is only one version, one card possible from the surprise set, and it mirrors the art of the shop promos, I can't imagine how this doesn't hurt the price of the PR card. So I can't say, to break even on this one, right, you need to have $11 for that promo card. I can't imagine that being the case unless the supply of this is really, really low. Which, then I'll be like, yes, thank God I bought some. I didn't buy so many. I bought a few. Let's just say I went with a few. But realistically, I cannot say that this thing is worth. If you're looking to invest in it, I wouldn't do it unless you. It's always good to have some, right? Like if you're an investor, it's always good to diversify, buy a bunch, and all that stuff. But if you, there's other things to buy. How about? Can I say that there's other things that you can buy out there that wouldn't be as risky as selling a set basically that has card supplies in it and a PR card, right? So you're really banking on this PR card to be in short supply. If you believe that, then you buy this. If you don't, then you skip it and buy something else, right? So that's where we are. I think if you're a collector, you like Kurumi, like I do, you buy a few of these, right? It'd be nice to have a playset, nice to put in your binder. The sleeves are really nice. The deck box is really nice. I overall like this thing. I would say I wish the art was a shade different. I wish that this was actually delivered in December because yeah, it's just it's a little sad to get this in April when it was really supposed to come out with your December. And unless you're in the mood to open some Date a Bullet extra boosters, you're gonna find yourself at the point I am, which is like, this is all nice and stuff, but it would have been great in December. And now I got sleeves for a set that basically got nerfed or restricted or banned or whatever you want to say about it, because as you look at Springfest, you have Mushoku Tensei, Slime, Bang Dream, Kaguya. What else we got? We got some Bofree in there. I see some Fate Stay. They're all out there. Love Live. But Data Live, you don't see really in the top 8. I thought I saw 1 or 2 in the top 8. But as you can see, Data Live, Data Bullet is not in there. And the hype for this surprise set, definitely not there. For me, this is not worth buying if you're looking to invest. So as always, have fun, be happy, and don't spend anything outside of your budget. Have a good day, everybody.